Okay. Sorry. Hey, salut, good. All right. Hi guys. Hi Paulo. Hi Sarah. Hi Lindsay. Hi Bugs of Paint. Hi Erica. Hello To. Hi Mikey. Oh my gosh. It's pretty intense how high your energy prices have climbed. It's not something we are confronted to a lot here because where I live is kind of self-sufficient in the hydroelectricity. So there is not much that kind of interferes with that. Since it's made here, you know. Oh yeah, that's caramel popcorn. I hope you guys can't hear it too much. but it's really good. So what I want to bind is very simple. I made, this is the first one I made, so it has a couple of issues, but it's basically just a craft sketchbook. And I bought a 18 by 24 pad of craft paper to make it. And I also use the backing and the cover as covers. Now it's just caramel. I mean, there's probably a tiny bit of salt because it's caramel, but it's not salted caramel. So as you can see, it's not perfect. And this extra binding at the bottom is something I will not do. I will do it more like this, because it means that I can trim the edges. But I like it. It's really inexpensive in terms of materials per book. And what I like is that it's completely either recyclable or biodegradable. And it's sort of 9 by 12 and it opens flat. You know, I can, like, it's not precious. I guess that's the main thing. It's definitely not precious. On a quick side note, we paid some people to come and clear family boxes that we've stored for 13 years, and we found a jackpot of Clive's late father's photo. He's using my light pad to scan out. Oh, that's so cool! But his parents' honeymoon and when they lived in Africa. What I plan on using the sketchbook for, just practice sketching. You know, you've seen my sketchbook. I tend to doodle a lot. Where is it? I can also dig up this one. Can't seem to find my sketchbook, which is not quite surprising, but like some time ago I made this one. It was my very first Coptic stitch and it's a mess, but it's a lot of fun, and I like reusing like the backing of watercolor pads, and that's some Stonehenge Aqua that I had cut. So yeah, it's not very precious. The only thing that bothers me with this one is that I like to use both pages, and like it's a bit harder to use this side because unless you get to the middle, that's fine. But the more you have it unbalanced, it tends to like move around. But it's absolutely unprecious. But yeah, my sketchbook, I sketch a lot. It's got you, mon sketchbook. It's not like I use it all the time. Ha! Trouvé. It's kind of why I like these. These moleskins are a bit pricier, so they're semi-precious, but I like to get the ones that have like a ton of pages, a ton of thin pages, because I just like doodle on everything. And like both sides, I take notes, So that's kind of why I like the idea of having like unprecious books that I can just use to do some mileage in there and then eventually get rid of. Nobody has enough room for all these sketchbooks anyway. Personally find that the less precious they are, the more loved they are. The sketchbook and paper I use for just relaxed, whatever happens, happens, and it's awesome to let go and save the stressing for the nicer paper. Yeah, I don't stress a lot, but I was... Like, this came about when I was sorting through my older sketchbooks and just leafing through them and like trying to see if I could get rid of some of them. And I realized that, yeah, actually I can. Like, many of them have sort of just, like, quote, bad art in them. Like, nothing that I feel like I want to keep, nothing that I like enough. So like I scheduled those for the trash, but I realized that it's a problem to trash them too, because they have glue, they have bindings, they have like all sorts of stuff in there. And my favorite sketchbook, they no longer make it. It was like it's craft paper, but probably a bit thicker than this one. This is kind of thin craft paper, and it was wire bound, and I really loved it. Like the ink would feather on it, but in terms of just for sketching, I loved those. They were quite cheap too. I mean, not as cheap as this is going to be, but you know. I am more proud of my recent sketchbooks than most of the stuff I've done elsewhere. The ideas are much better when not overthinking, and a misshaped one thing easily becomes a new thing. Yeah. See if I can grab one of the... Okay, so of course it's covered in like all the stickers I could get. Literally. So 2015. And hopefully there's not like... But like there's a bunch of copies, there's so many sketches in there, notes. And I really like these. but they were made by the local chain store, and they stopped making it. Now what they have is this one that has Fabriano paper in it, and I got one to try, but I kind of like the brown craft paper. Anyway. I don't know if you heard that around the water cooler, but I got a new... Oh yeah! Oh yeah, I wanted to rant. I kind of forgot, but I was checking YouTube this morning, and I had gotten like 2 very weird comments, in the sense that what is it with people who leave comments, or like, it's either comments on a person's channel or replies to the same person's comment, and they kind of act as if the person they are replying to or commenting will not see it. Like, someone was leaving a comment on an old video, like, oh, but you didn't even mold a color, what's up with that? And I was like, well, either you watched the video, or I don't know, what do you want me to say? I don't get it. Packing sewing holes for binding this thing. I know. I don't have the best tool because it's a bit too much of a thin blade. I think I would like something a bit blunter, so it makes less of a fine cut, if you know what I mean. But it's pretty handy. People generally don't think that there is a real person on the other hand, like, seriously. Yeah, that's just weird. That's so... like, what are they assuming then? Where do the videos come from? I put mine in the finishing press and use a hacksaw. Yeah, I don't have any of the I don't have any of the fancy equipment. Basically, my equipment is a bunch of like this block of beeswax. This is probably the fanciest thing I have, this binder's thread. It's really, really nice, and it's kind of hard to find good thread. I have an owl. This is from Bamboo Cuttleware. Cuttleware? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Cookware? No. Anyway, it came with the set with like a fork, a spoon, and a knife, bamboo. And I kept it, a blade, pencil, and the mat. Probably I use the mat more than I use a ruler. But yeah, so it's... oh, and of course a needle. These are like blunt needles. They're not super pointy. I mean, it's still pointy, but it's not like dangerous pointy. But yeah, overall, that's not a lot of overhead. I don't have any presses. I don't have any cutlery. Yeah, that's probably what I was looking for. I'm really trying to embrace the what is it? Is it wabi sabi? Like, that stuff are not perfect, and and it's sort of even better if stuff is not perfect. Like they get it if they think about it, but they're not thinking when they write those comments. That's a very fair point, actually. What is the coolest thing ever? I had a blackout. You need to just do something and make a new sketchbook, and I managed. And one I managed even holes, and two forgot the insert to go. So it's just a weird spot. No cover. Oh, I know, this binding thread is so good. It's so expensive though, I hate that it's so expensive. It's made in Ireland. But it's amazing. It's thin, it's super sturdy, it's unbleached. So like basically it makes for a very biodegradable sketchbook. Just like the moldy plum. Oh no! Eep. Was it completely moldy? Because often like there's a small section that gets weird and you don't really notice it until you're getting to that section. Yes, wabi-sabi. Yay! Has anyone else noticed a shortage in sewing thread? I haven't looked, personally. I have like a sewing bin that is just like for repairs mostly. Okay, this is a tough part. Oh, also binder clips. Binder clips are super handy. Oh, and a bone folder there. I know I had more binder clips. Oh yeah, I used them all to okay. Someone at work tricked her into a mouthful of umeboshi. Oh no, that's really mean. That's like telling someone that Vegemite is good. Blech. The person at work was eating it like candy? Whoa. I think this is my favorite part, actually. Waxing the thread. I don't know why, it's just... need a scrap of paper. I hate radish so much, but daikon are missing something gross from other radish. Some daikon can be so spicy. My cousin used to buy tubs of umeboshi from the... Oh, really? Wow. I had a much more efficient thing the other day. What is it? Oh, yeah. Not super nice. later. Okay, cool, Paulo. The only thing I need to dig up is a sort of oh yeah, I forgot the owl. I need a finger protecting tool of some sort for pushing the needle through. Hey, Ellen! Oh no, I'm so sorry. Ouch. That's really, really sad. I'm so sorry for your loss, Ellen. You have 2 women about my age, both gone from cancer. It's a bummer. One I've known for 30 years. Oh, ouch. That's really, really rough. I'm also in Team Beetroots Are Evil. I think they're a bit better if you can pan fry them, but they still make me like sick, so I'm not gonna push it. 2022 has not been kind so far. Yeah, seriously. It's a streak, not a fun streak of terrible years. Really need a finger protector. Ow. Okay. You can almost see more of my bowl of popcorn than what I'm doing. Do you need me to mail you a thimble? I've got a million old metal buggers that would keep you safer. Maybe. I don't really have a thimble. Looking for the unnecessary alt tip. Don't use one in your laptop. Wait, what's the story there? I mean, I can probably find one. Like, you don't have to send me a thimble, but I'm pretty sure that's the kind of thing I would need to. In my last bookmaking, I did the entire thing sitting in my armchair. I have no idea how I didn't stab myself 30 down, but look down. I use a thimble when I'm making watercolor insert for my little travel journal. Ooh! But I only use a simple saddle stitch. I don't even know what that is. The only, like, binding name I know is Coptic. There were definitely close calls. Okay. I have a really cool tool that I can also use, that I did use, I think. Did I? Oh yeah, for a punching hole in the cardboard of the Coptic book I did, and it's a manual tool for making holes and stuff. And I really like it. So if I struggle too much with the small holes, I might just pick that up and just do big ugly holes in the paper, but it makes for kind of a loose book after. Saddle stitch is great. I only need to make 3 sets of holes for the size I make. Is it one of those like popular, like, is it a traveler's notebook or is it another kind of similar notebook cover? Sorry. I made an insert for a traveler's notebook the other day, but I used a stapler. Oh, found it. It's like a traveler's notebook, about 5 by 8 in size. Ooh, that's a good size. That's a really good size. I think traveler's is a bit smaller than that. Hey, Sally, hi. Sorry. This is Bear's favorite part of the process, I betcha. Oh, by the way, a box of paint. Have you tried pipe cleaners with your cats? Like, we recently just got some for Scout and Pecco, and they are so crazy about these. Sign out, but bear remind me, I get to see all of Emmy's babies this summer. You better take pictures. There's gonna be a picture tax on that one. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, I haven't, but that's a good idea. The little bread thing. Yeah, that's the same thing. Like the for us it was the, are they called tie wraps? You know, the wire inside of a small plastic thingy. But those were kind of short, and Pickle would try to eat them, which is, you know, not exactly ideal. So yeah, it hadn't dawned on me, but then I saw Jorts playing with oops, sorry. I saw Jorts playing with them, and at some point I was like, oh, that's like what, $1, $2 for pipe cleaners. So I'll get a package, and I'm pretty sure I can use them to clean stuff, you know. And no, actually the cats really like them. The only worry is that, you know, the ends of those things are kind of a bit spiky, like it's just cut metal, so you kind of have to fold them over, but it's very easy to unfold. I use pipe cleaners to clean lots of things in my house. They are very useful. Yeah. Like, even as a kid, like, those things have been used for craft, like, forever. But even as a kid, like, they're basically called the same in French, like the French version of pipe cleaner. And it took me forever to realize that's actually what, that's the real name. That's what they were used for. It was just like, oh, these things are for, you know, crafting and whatnot. But no, they're actually for really, like, cleaning pipes. For real. Just tightening up the stitches a bit. Come on. Oh, I completely messed that up. Okay. Come on. Also keeping it a high level. Aww. Oh, it's just a sketchbook. You can buy a huge chunk of the material that is magic eraser for virtually none of the cost of one. Yeah, it's like a melamine sponge. It is in French, at least. And there you go. Crunch, crunch, crunch. So the very last thing to do is sort of to trim this edge that is kind of rough, and to trim here so that the pages are even. Oh yeah, that's when I use a ruler, actually. I was like, why do I have this ruler out if I don't use it? But I do use it. To be standing up for this step though. And then the top. The top is a bit trickier though. I don't want to cut off too much, but Oh yeah. Much better than the first one. Wow. I hope the audio for that wasn't too awful. All right. First one and second one. Oh, sorry, that must have been out though. Beep. Jill! Hey, so nice to see you. I could probably even this one out. So for the other ones, the cover is sort of the backing board, so it's gonna be more craft paper. I think preparing all the paper is definitely the most time-consuming part of this. I need to grab a bundle of more craft paper. I'm making sketchbooks. Really inexpensive, non-precious sketchbooks. Hey Pico! Viens me voir! Viens me voir, viens me voir! Faut que tu vois Otto! Hey ma fille, t'es-tu fait voler ta place? Oh non. Oh non, ça a tellement un look de fille qui s'est fait voler sa place là. T'es-tu fait voler ton spot?
Si c'est le cas, je lui donnerai ma couverte.
Viens voir mon poupou. Non, même pas. Je dis oui, faut faire du bruit. Elle est où ta soeur? Pourquoi t'es où?
Pas la moindre idée.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais avec ça? Tu m'as dit? Qu'est-ce que tu l'as mangé? Oh, t'es toute contente. Oh non. Ok, hold on. Ici, toi. Pro, pro, pro. Nif, nif, nif. Ben oui. Ben oui, c'est ça, Péco. Non-preciousness? How do you say that in French? No idea. I would say that it's not precious. So, pas précieux. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? T'as tout pété la caméra, Péco? I think Otto has been booted off. Hey, Pépette. Otto is sending you love, Bibi. All the love. All the love. La belle minette. Though I haven't found Scout, though. I really don't know where she is. Well, let me... Mais on voit juste ton dos, ma minette. Viens montrer ta petite face. Viens montrer ta petite face. Show your lovely little face. Pro, 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 pro. Hey, Tsukaboo, hi. Manquet d'amour. Oh, you like that? Tu es bien mignonne. Pico was playing earlier and we sort of compared her style of playing to when you have a can of soda and you shake it and then you open it. That's her kind of her style of playing. She gets like super intense, super crazy for a very brief amount of time, and then she runs away from the toy. Apex. Otto is sending you so much love. All the love. All the love. Yeah, I have to have the chat with Otto in the corner because for some weird reason Otto gets blocked from the chat. Tu perds vraiment tout ton poil. She's shedding so much. Okay, hold on. Let me set this up a bit better for me. Okay, that's good. And yeah. Okay, cool. Clive has been letting the kitties explore the patio a bit, and Emmy found the pot of catnip and had her feel it. Went to do a runner, blocked her with my foot, and she tried to kill my big toe. Yep, that sounds like a good case of the zoomies. Oh, my bleh. I'm gonna have like fur popcorn when this is over. There is so much fur on this. How? How do you lose all that fur and still stay so fluffy? What's happening? What's happening? Poil, je suis pleine de poils, Péco. Péco perd tout son poil. Ah, tu veux jouer avec le petit bout de papier, hein? Il est là. T'es en train de la manger. Péco! Well, she ate a bit of craft paper, I guess. Non, ça c'est une aiguille. Whoopla. No. Not that. Not good for the kitties. No. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? Oh, tu veux encore des flats? She just butted her head against my hand to ask for more face rubs. Comment ça, tu te sens toute seule aujourd'hui? Tu sens bon. Kitties smell so good. Like indoor kitties, they smell amazing. You're getting so much love. Are you drooling? Oh, you are. Okay. Tu veux quoi d'autre? Yeah, I bet they do, Jill. Jill says my two are having the best time exploring the bugs jungle in our new home. Viens avec moi. Oh, là, il est doux. Ici, ici. Ne bouge pas d'ici. Ouais, oui, non, non, mais regarde. Non, non, absolument pas, non. Burk, burk, burk. Burk, 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 burk. Il y a un beau nid de scout sur le sofa, là. Il s'est fait un beau nid sur le sofa. C'est super legit.
Scout, ça?
Ouais! Ah, c'est que j'ai du poil partout. Although, what's happening? Said she was making sure it's a functional junk journal and got another. Ah, du poil de chat partout. He just wanted some love, and I went and plopped her down at her current favorite spot. There was a pop-up with only exit button. My comment went pale. That's so weird. How's the audio level as I'm doing this stuff? Crunch. I tried to make sure that I didn't have any paper to rip while doing the live stream because I figured that would be quite loud, but téléphone encore. Alright, so to keep on with the tradition, what was something awesome you ate last week? I think that for me it was the maple taffy and maple fudge sort of little cones that I got. They have these every year. They're like, you know, the miniature kind of ice cream cones that you can often find with a blob of marshmallow and sugar on top. Well, they take those little cones and they pour like taffy for most of the cone. And the real ones, they pour it down to the bottom. So the cone is full of taffy and they put the fudge on top. And you eat it and it's amazing. Ice cream blizzard mint Oreo. Whoa. Wow. Ice cream. Wow. How warm is it for you guys? Still pretty cold here. Oh yeah, it is amazing. And I try to tell myself so that I keep enjoying them that I only get them once a year when it's spring and maple season. Thing. Perhaps my only adjustment I would make is to change the ratio of taffy and fudge a bit, like have a small amount less taffy in there and a bit more fudge. But dang, it's good. It's plus 10 or so. Oh, that's good. Over here it's like 4 Celsius. And like rainy a lot, so yeah. Oh, Scotch eggs. Otto says Scotch eggs. I saw your Scotch eggs and they looked so delicious. My mom made a turkey stuffing casserole this last Sunday. It's basically shredded turkey and stuffing mixed together. Ooh. And do you eat it with like mashed potatoes? I've not had them yet, and this isn't a temptation to Clive, but made chocolate-dipped strawberries with chunks of crystallized ginger and toasted hazelnuts. Wow! Wow! Oh, that sounds good. Oh, and strawberries. Strawberries are so good. Is that from a Broadchurch? I can't read what's on the hold on. Just leave me alone and eat your stupid Scotch. Oh my gosh, I had the shop-made Scotch eggs from the butcher shop 2 doors down from work this week. They were amazing. Oh yeah. Is the butcher like a Scot? Like what's the deal here? Why are they making Scotch eggs? Like you don't find them often, if at all. Mashed potatoes and cheese on top or gravy. To go with my overwhelming brunch tomorrow. I've been making like steamed potatoes to eat with stuff, and they're so good. Like potatoes are so good. It's so easy to go to like French fries or what am I looking for? The breakfast patties, but plain steamed potatoes are really good. I have no idea. Yeah, I think it's from Broadchurch. I tried watching it and wasn't able to. But I mean, the actors are great. That's David Tennant, and the actress is also really good. It's kind of a crime show, and I kind of hate when, like, within an episode or two, you sort of already have an inkling of who's the bad guy without that being intentional from the like the showrunner. The place is called The Butcher and the Baker. Sadly, they have no candlestick maker. What? They have a full functioning butcher shop as well as 2 Let's do some baked goods and sandwiches. That sounds really, really great. What a good idea. It's also handy. Like, you can pop over there and grab what you need, like, for yourself. If you need a loaf of bread or some kind of meat. I had haggis, snips, and tatties today. She's an Oscar winner. She was in... Can you believe she was in Hot Fuzz? And she's the one that went on to play the Queen. Am I right? Or am I mixing actresses? Hold on. I'm really eager to see the second season of Good Omens. Really, really excited. Olivia Colman, yeah. Yeah. She was in Hot Fuzz and then in The Crown, and then in Broadchurch. Like, it's very spread out in terms of type of acting. Oh yeah, hash brown. That's the word I was looking for. I always get so hungry on this show. Then, oh, bakeries. Bakeries are like heaven. Good bread is amazing. She's amazing at being funny and serious equally. I agree. Like, I watched Hot Fuzz after watching The Crown and hadn't connected the two. And then I did, and I was like, hold on, wait a second. What's going on? They do roast potatoes, at least in this part of the country, that I just can't get along with them. And the only thing I can think is that they are generally unseasoned apart from gravy, and I need salt. Yes, this is salt. I mean, I can do without salt, but everything with a bit of salt, when it's meant to be savory, let's not. Olivia Colman, yeah. They were filming this season 2 in Edinburgh. Oh man, I'm so excited. She started as a comedy actor, possibly. Well, I mean, Hot Fuzz is definitely a comedy, so there's that. Well, for years the baker was Robin, this retired sociology prof who decided his life was better spent making croissants, etc. Which seemed typical for most sociology profs I've met. Though I agree. Like, thank you, Robin, for making the switch, because, yeah, good bread is probably much more appreciated than a sociology professor, sadly. Alright. It's potatoes plus duck or goose fat, and that's it. I'm like, how about some chilies or garlic or anything? Or just salt and pepper, you know, very basic stuff. Charlie says hi. Hey, Charlie! I'm afraid I've salted at this point. I've had my foot above my heart during this whole stream. It's finally shrinking. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's possible to have a sensibility to salt and to overdo it. Definitely. But like a sprinkle of salt on certain things will definitely make them like more interesting. They all end up a bit squirrely. The different sociology prof called the bookstore where I worked staffed by that band of merry prankster. It was the best compliment of it all. I hold bakers in really, really high esteem. Hey, Salome, hi. Sorry. Ooh. My grandpa eats salt by the handful. His feet are so swollen and he has not made the connection. Oh no. All right. So I bought a craft, a cartridge paper, and a newsprint paper pad, all with the intent of making sketchbooks out of them. Not the one I'm least sure about is the newsprint, because I'm not entirely sure. I don't think ink does very good in newsprint. I think it feathers like there's no tomorrow. But I have really fond memories of cartridge paper when I was studying graphic design. It took ink really well. So if that's the same paper, well, with the same characteristics, I hope it will be good. And I know newsprint is often used for charcoal, but that's not happening. You guys know me. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I might draw with the woody pencils in there, like big crayons. That might work. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. How are you, Salome? It was one thing my mom was lucky with. Our salt levels were always low, and she was the kind of person that at a Mexican restaurant would salt the salsa in each chip. All I ate was a cupful of lobster bisque, and it had enough salt in it to do this to my feet. Also, I had an Impossible Burger from Burger King. I had no idea that it had that much sodium in it. Well, basically, I think the sort of rule of thumb is that if it's processed, it's gonna be salty AF. And that rhymes. So, because that's how you preserve food. So if you sort of process food and you want it to keep a bit, you're gonna add a bunch of salt in there. Of course. Maybe you'll give you line, I'll check everything now. Yeah. Just had an Ember Alert come across all of them. Uh-oh. Well, if my... I hope it... Well... Anyway, if it comes all this way over here, I apologize in advance. Because the audio they have for the Ember Alerts here are, like, heart attack worthy. It really depends on the maker of the paper. Cartridge paper that I can get at the store now is not what it used to be. A lot more tooth to it now than it used to have. Really? The one I remember using had a bit of tooth to it, but you could ink on it and it would take, it was like dip pens and it would take the ink so well. But I have like cut a bunch. This is the next one. This is the cartridge paper and it doesn't really have any tooth to it. It's really quite smooth. And it's a North American paper incorporated from Brampton, Ontario, Canada. It's even local. How awesome. I have to cut back on my salt because otherwise my old ear problems will. Huh. That's curious. I bring salt to people's houses. Usually I forget until I'm home, but remind me that a lot older Texans add butter to. Oh, that's rough. Ouch. Yet at the same time, I need the high calcium diet and have the thing that have high calcium also have high salt. Really? You really are heart attack worthy. Scottish fast food is the best deep fried everything. Well, I mean, you get that in the US as well. You know. Hey, Lena! I don't have any tension issues, so I'm not worried about salt too much. And I mean, my mom, she would never salt stuff, really. And like did not encourage us kids to add salt to stuff. So I think I had like health consequences from not having enough salt. So I don't worry about salt too much. I have low blood pressure, if anything, not high, so not a worry at the moment, but I always keep it in mind. Like, you don't want to have too much salt anyway. Scottish fast food as in deep fried pizza and Mars bar. Well, in the US you can have deep fried butter. You know? Though the best deep fried thing is definitely donuts. Donuts. And I say that because I haven't had Scotch eggs yet. Hold on. I saw an artist using blotting paper, which I thought was interesting. For drawing on it? I have a hard time finding blotting paper. If it's fast food, likely to be mostly made with salt, sugar, and fat. Amber alert, this is when a child... Yep. If we have meter-long deep-fried doner kebab pizza. Too afraid to try. Deep-fried. Did you just say... Yes, I said deep-fried butter. That's a thing. Yes, I'm making unprecious, inexpensive sketchbooks from craft paper at the moment. Yeah, my mom avoided salt and drank loads of water, so she was giving herself mild water poisoning. Oof. Yeah, that's not ideal either. Yep, Amber Alert is for when a kid goes missing, and it's they send an alert to all the cell phones, and it might happen at like 2 a.m. It might happen in the middle of the night, and it's like, even if you put your phone on silence, I think it's gonna like ring anyway. And it's like really like, first time we had one, we almost panicked. Like, we were like, what's what? Ah! It's super duper loud. It's really unpleasant, actually. But I mean, I understand the point of it, but dang. Amber Alert sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen. ASMR. Yeah. There is a silver alert. I didn't know that. Huh. That's a really cool name for them, though. We have a lamb that, yeah, they kind of work-ish. We have similar one in Japan, but for earthquake. Yeah, that sounds like it's necessary too. I have managed to silence the Amber Alerts at night. My phone still buzzes, but it doesn't scream now. That's a good way to describe it. Seriously, it's like your phone is screaming. And since, like, Mr. E has a smartphone, I have a smartphone, so we don't get it exactly at the same time. So, like, one of us will pay the price, and the other one will sort of know to expect it. But dang. Buxapane says it may be different now, but when I left Texas, we weren't able to mute or turn them down. And the worst was being in a big store like Walmart and everyone's goes off together. Yeah, I hope they find the kid too. There was one in this area actually, but it was before I had a smartphone or before they made the Amber Alerts like part of the system or something. And yeah, it's always really, really sad. And it's not always like nefarious. Sometimes the kids, they get lost. Or I think in this case, the kid just like had an accident or something. Like, you guys know Montreal is an island, so there are parks along the you know, the banks of the island, and it's possible to fall into the water out there. And most of the time the water is really, really cold. So that's just a craft paper. After living in London, I totally had that. All those scary stories about dangerous places must just be old tales. Nope, this place is full of scary crap. Hey, Rowdy, hi. Oh yeah, that's true, Mikey. Oh no, Jill! we need a glasses alert or something. I'm sorry. Oh, that's stupid. Amber Alert are very specific in Ontario. There has to be evidence of the child being abducted. Sadly, we had a girl go through the ice a couple weeks ago. Her body was missing for days. Oh no. Oh, poor girl. Creeks that's actually a sideway river. Bugs, crazy tides. I don't really know the feeling. Do you get that too? Like when you remove them, say for bed or something, so you see all blurry. You still go for like to push them up on your nose as if they were too low and you can't see with them. And you're like just like, oh no, I'm not wearing anything. You almost poke yourself in the eye. Spring is kind of a really dangerous season. Spring and fall. Half of them took longer than I'd like to admit. Hey, how was dinner, Paulo? What did you get to eat? Oh, I have totally tried to adjust them when they aren't on my face. Exactly! That's what I was trying to... I do that all the time. 25 years wearing them and I still have those moments where I sweat the air when I turn out the lights because I can't see the shadow. Why spring and fall? Because that's when the ice is either formed or melts. Like in the winter, usually the ice is pretty like solid, but in between, it's kind of easy for kids to sort of go on water and the ice is not thick enough and they go through the water, but then the water is like super duper cold, so they go into like shock almost immediately and it's very difficult to help someone who's in shock in icy cold water. I made an awesome ragu and ate it with spaghetti. Oh yeah. Great one. My mom's Snapchat routine is quite grumpy. Hey, Dominic, hi. We were thought to not go on ice whenever, even in winter, although it probably would have been safe in Siberia. But not without parents, so walking on ice was a no-go. Yeah, I mean, me too, but you know, you always have kids who either don't remember or think it's gonna be alright because, you know, like in winter they've seen people skate on the ice because it was thicker and they don't realize it. Like, I mean, it's fairly easy to have accidents of this sort. Nothing like some stabby stab therapy, seriously. Yeah, we had safety courses on how to get out of a frozen lake when I was a kid in cadets. The key is to try to calm down and float and crawl. Yeah, to sort of spread out as much as possible so your weight is distributed on the surface of the ice. But it's not easy to do, and I mean, the water is really freaking cold. So I think the staying calm part is the toughest one. I live in Texas, we don't need to learn such lessons. Yeah. Like where my grandparents lived and my dad grew up, my dad and his brothers, it's a tiny village called Saint-Ours. And it's right along a river. And it used to be cold enough, and it's not like that anymore, but it used to be cold enough in the winter that they would like drive trucks on the ice. Because sometimes there was like too much snow on the roads or, you know, whatnot, and they were able to have trucks on the ice. It's not like that anymore, I think, but, you know. The thing is, where I grew up in Russia, they would flood the football field in winter to skate. So we never had to go on like that. Oh, heck no, I've been polar bear swimming. It was stupid and amazing. Wouldn't do it again, but glad I did it once to see. Are you familiar with the event they call the Carnaval de Quebec Carnival, I guess? But one of the recurring events of this carnival is to go snow swimming. They call it the ice bath, I think. I think it's like bain de glace or something, or maybe snow bath. So basically you keep your boots, but you get in a swimming suit and you just take a big dive in the snow. Let me tell you, people who usually does that, they're usually drunk or like enough of enough alcohol consumption to think that it's a good idea. Yeah, they say if you go under the water, the tendency is to take a deep breath and freeze your lungs over. So you have to stay calm, check, control your breathing. Yeah, not panic. My dad used to take us to mountain streams with ponds, breaking them up. Then when I was tensioning my legs was a bloody mess, literally because of the cold water. Oof! Oh, to bathe, yeah. Yep, I went to Carnival once when I was a kid, but the polar bear swimming was basically that, only down near Lake Recollet. Yep. Yep. Alcohol, snow boots, and bathing suits. I know I moved my needle earlier because Pico wanted to eat it. I used to live in Quebec, so we would go to the carnival like every year when we were kids. Mostly for the what's it called? Yum. You know what's it called when you have like a whole great big procession going through the streets and people on the sidewalk cheering for it? It's called a parade in French, but I can't. Also, your body goes through involuntary reactions when you get dunked in ice cold water. Yeah. I mean, definitely. Who hasn't like stepped into a shower that was too cold, or even a swimming pool that was too cold? A parade. It's the same word, really. Huh. Okay. So yeah, we would usually go watch that. There was a time where they would treat, they would throw out three. I can do it. They would throw out treats to the kids at like watching the parade from the side. It's a parade in French. I don't think they throw candies anymore, but they used to. Like the kids are there for the candies and the adults are there with their So okay, so a bit of context. They sell like three main things that are related to the Quebec Snow Carnival thing. One is kind of a folklore item that is called a ceinture fléchée in French. It's basically a belt that has been weaved in a specific way where it makes a bunch of like arrow shapes. That's just like cool. Then you also have the carnival trumpets that are basically vuvuzelas. And then you have the hollowed out cane that it's plastic, but it's like a cane, and you I say you, but mostly like adults would usually fill it with alcohol. So when you get too cold, you can drink from your cane. So yeah, so back to the parade. So you have kids looking for their treats, a lot of people blowing in their trumpets, and the adults drinking alcohol. Fun times. Not this kind of carnival. No, not quite. Like it's the same idea, but like with temperatures way under zero, a lot of snow. They make an ice castle. Like they literally like carve up blocks of ice and shape them into a big castle. And I don't know if it's like that anymore, but you could rent a room in the ice castle to sleep there. Yeah, the Santa Claus parade here in Stratford featured the Audrey 2 puppet used in that year. The kids could run up to it and get eaten by it. That's so cool. Well, they have a good sense of humor, I guess. Oh my gosh, that cat! Come on, kitty, you can do it! I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, we usually have, in Montreal, we have a Christmas Day parade, a St. Patrick's Day parade, and Pride parade, I think. I don't think there's much more than that. They had the actor who voiced it on the loudspeaker yelling, "Feed me!" That's amazing. Never trust a cat. Oh, yep. Come on, that's the last one. Did it. I watched the South Park St. Patrick's special. Oh man, they still make South Park episodes. Wow. What happened? Okay, let's go back. Oh my god, no. Oh my gosh. Whew. Oh no! Oh, poor grandma. That's the day grandma learned to fly. I swear the two-legged dog with the extra arms drawn on is comedy gold. That Great Dane saw an open jar of angry grandma. Sorry, I keep bumping into the camera. I apologize. I also laughed because I poked a hole that was so, like, off the hole I had cut in my cover, and I don't know why that made me laugh. I know it's fake, but I really laughed at the video where you have a baby in a park and an eagle comes by and just grabs the baby and flies off. It was so silly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was scary. I was like, oh, cute dog on the floor, and when the broom goes through it. Yep, gotta go grab a nap. Hey, have a great nap, Jill. Thank you for for showing up today. Thank you for popping in. Sorry. I struggle with my words, but I'm really glad you were able to pop in today and say hi. I need some serious medicine once at the vet, so I have pic of her making that face. Oh, have a great lunch, Tsukaboo. Anyway, this stream is gonna end in about 15 minutes, so... Hey, bye Mikey! Oh wait, hold on. Is Mikey just saying bye to the people leaving? Oh my gosh, I hope that light wasn't too warm. The next one is amazing. Like, the cat is so like gracious and like delicate, and the dog just like runs into everything. The only thing that bothers me with this is there's always a bit of extra thread that you end up not really having a use for, and I'm like, no, I think I'm gonna keep them and eventually do like a binding with all the odds and ends. Yeah, I'll try to do something with this because I love this thread way too much. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Mikey. I hope you have a great day. I keep going through these weird art lux moments and have continued to take photos of my cats and make them into other creatures. And the light-headed one is freaking Jane. Oh my gosh, the last one! That's definitely like most of us in 20 years. I've got new ideas. That's great. I'm so happy the weather is getting a bit better because it means we get to see more cats when we go on our daily walks. Slowly but surely the cats are coming back outside and I'm like, yay! I had missed you guys! My two luckily sit for their dinner. Honestly thought it was chickens until I wiped my glasses. Oh no, I have forgot one. It's mayhem. A good sort of mayhem, but still. Can you imagine having that many cats? And like doing exactly that. I mean, I can imagine having that many cats, but not being this wild with the feeding time. Like, dang. Reminds me of the guy on his porch with his sausages and the raccoons. I don't know if you guys saw that, but nice. The terror of the zoomies and an absolute blanket of cuddle. You can be pretty sure that you're not gonna have your bed to yourself at night. Like, never. Yeah, I think this one turned out great too. What do you guys think? Like, the cover is the backing of the board of craft, and I think it looks kind of nice. The only mistake with this one is that I poked a hole like at the wrong place, but I think washi tape is also biodegradable, so it's a good fix. So that's 3. 1. Oh, this one I need to cut too. Let's do that. I miss raccoons so much. What's the equivalent of raccoons in the UK? Do you get raccoons? Is it like badgers? Raccoons are so silly. Oh, that's a bit better. There's something so satisfying about making your own. I agree. Absolutely agree. And you can make them to exactly the specifications you want. Okay. Whew. Foxes, I guess, in terms of the chaos. Oh, really? Huh. We get a few foxes here, but the main issue with them is that they prey on outdoor cats, sadly. This one, yes, that's the guy! I can't believe it actually came up with raccoon sausage. Well, it goes to show. The guy had a big tub full of hot dogs. And he was, as you can see, swamped in raccoons. But nothing quite like a raccoon. They are mischievous, but if you treat them well, they can return the favor. Like crows and ravens. Oh, man. Raccoons are a North American exclusive. Procyon lotor of the New World Carnivora Order. There's nothing quite like them over there. Huh. There's something satisfying about making your own anything from you. That's a very valid point. I think there's a bit of a line too, in the sense that if something is too much of a hassle to make, it stops being as satisfying. But if you can make something yourself in what is possibly a decent amount of time and then use it up and enjoy it, I agree. I have a fourth one to make with the craft paper. But I mean, that's... the bed of craft paper was like, what, $3-4? Like, that's really inexpensive for a book that I want to just practice in. I wanted to get some, what's the name? Manila paper. But I'll see. I'll try to finish these first. This week I made my own tumble dryer ball, Spaniard, and lime curtains. Very good week of. Excellent, yeah. Did you manage to find a way to do the beeswax wraps by a fabric thingy? But there's still a lot of green in London, and they have totally, yeah, same. Like I know there are foxes in Montreal, but I've never seen one. Which goes to show, I've seen raccoons aplenty, I've seen skunks, I've seen marmots. What else? Rats, of course. Just so dumb that I know that I was writing a Marvel fanfic and had to have someone actually explain what the raccoon was to Rocket. Ah, that's awesome. Not yet. I have all the stuff, just not got around to it. Fabric, beeswax, and baking sheets. Ooh. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on the process. Yeah, we have coyotes here too. They had to put some warning signs in a couple of the parks saying that at nights you could possibly meet up a coyote in there. Part of me is like, just come on, all the critters, come over, take over. Get rid of us, come on. Yeah. Noisy buggers. Have you ever heard like raccoons fighting? They make like terrifying sounds. I'll definitely, I'll let you know about everything. Yeah, that's a fair point. I'm glad. I'm really eager to know because, like, I was looking at them today when I was doing the grocery list, and they sell some at the place we get our groceries from, but it's like $20 for one wrapper, and I'm just completely befuddled by it. My mom had opossums, raccoons, armadillos, flying squirrels, vultures, you name it, and she made sure it was fed. We have coyotes, hide your pets. Yeah, mine don't go out. Forget that. Like, just for cars, it's way too dangerous. Have you ever heard fox mates? I haven't. Which is probably terrifying. The only like really roundabout way I've heard about that is from like art discussions where things would go towards the furry community and that kind of lore and whatnot. But aside from that, it's like, why do they have to be so noisy? Seriously. Holy bejesus. Alright. Do you guys have any more questions before I close this down? I'll try to get more done, and I think next week I'll show my pile of sketchbook. It's probably gonna be enough that I won't like run out in a while. They have about hold on. In terms of sheets of paper, so they have 40 sheets, so that's 80 pages. Is that how they... Yeah, I think that's how you count those up. If you ever heard a cat, it's like 100 times more instant screaming. Oh no. Oh no, box of paint. Banshee's coming in the middle of the night screech. Aw, thank you guys. Thank you, Ato, for all the great gifts. Hey, no problem, Ellen. It's always so fun to see you in the chat. I'm always super psyched when you can come. So yeah, have a great weekend, guys. Take care. See y'all next week. And in the meantime, you can always find us on the Discord. The link is in the description, but I'm pretty sure everyone watching the stream know about it already. So yeah, all right, have a great weekend, and bye bye.